The skyline of Vancouver has long been one of the city's most recognizable symbols. Glass towers reflecting the ocean and mountains have helped define the urban identity of the city for decades. Yet, in the mid-2020s, a growing cultural conversation among residents, journalists, and online communities revolves around a deeper question. What has been gained and lost as Vancouver transforms from the nostalgic old city into a hyper-modern metropolis? The contrast between the memory of older neighborhoods and the rapidly rising skyline has become a defining theme of Vancouver life in 2025-2026. Historically, Vancouver's urban form evolved gradually, blending modest buildings, historic storefronts, and neighborhood identities with early skyscrapers such as Harbour Centre, which opened in 1977 and became a landmark observation tower overlooking the city's harbor and mountains. These earlier structures helped establish a recognizable downtown skyline, while still allowing historic districts like Gastown, Chinatown, and Kitsilano to maintain their distinct character. Many longtime residents and social media commentators now refer to this era as Old Vancouver, a city remembered for its smaller scale, artistic subcultures, and relatively affordable neighborhood life. However, the city's identity began to change dramatically with the rise of Vancouverism, an urban planning model emphasizing dense residential towers, walkable downtown spaces, and mixed-use development. Scholars note that Vancouverism reshaped the city by prioritizing high-density living in the downtown core while integrating parks, public transit, and waterfront access. The approach was widely celebrated internationally as a sustainable alternative to suburban sprawl. At the same time, critics argue that the model accelerated real estate speculation and contributed to social displacement in several neighborhoods. By the 2020s, the physical consequences of this planning philosophy were highly visible. Vancouver gained a reputation as the city of glass, with shimmering residential towers dominating the skyline and expanding further each year. Major projects planned for the decade, including massive developments such as the Senwakiu project, which will add multiple towers and thousands of apartments near downtown, illustrate the scale of transformation occurring in the city. Developers have even proposed buildings that could become the tallest structures in British Columbia, reflecting an ongoing race to redefine the skyline. For many millennials and longtime residents, these dramatic changes create a complicated emotional landscape. On one hand, modern skyscrapers symbolize economic growth, global investment, and Vancouver's status as an international city. High-density housing is also often promoted as a solution to urban sprawl and environmental concerns. Research on urban skylines suggests that taller buildings can improve land use efficiency and support sustainable infrastructure when cities grow larger. On the other hand, rapid redevelopment can alter the social fabric of neighborhoods. Urban studies research shows that Vancouver has experienced some of the most extensive gentrification patterns among Canadian cities, with many areas undergoing major socio-economic change over the past several decades. The redevelopment of sites such as the Woodwards complex in the downtown east side illustrates this tension. While the project restored a historic building and added new housing and community spaces, critics noted that redevelopment also displaced vulnerable residents and changed the character of the surrounding area. These transformations have sparked lively discussion across social media platforms and local media pages. Vancouver-focused Instagram and TikTok accounts frequently share side-by-side images comparing historic streetscapes with modern glass towers, often accompanied by captions like, "Remember when Vancouver looked like this?" or "Old Vancouver versus New Vancouver." These posts regularly generate thousands of comments from residents reflecting on disappearing music venues, demolished heritage buildings, or beloved neighborhood restaurants replaced by luxury condos. At the same time, other commenters celebrate the evolving skyline as a symbol of ambition and architectural beauty. The nostalgia for Old Vancouver is therefore not simply about architecture. It reflects deeper anxieties about affordability, identity, and belonging in a rapidly globalizing city. Millennials who grew up in Vancouver often describe feeling caught between admiration for the city's futuristic skyline and a sense of loss for the communities that once defined it. This emotional tension is particularly visible in debates about housing affordability, as rising property values make it increasingly difficult for younger residents to remain in the city where they were raised. Yet nostalgia and modernization are not necessarily opposing forces. Vancouver's challenge in the 2025-2026 era is finding ways to integrate both perspectives. Urban planners, historians, and community groups increasingly advocate for preserving historic neighborhoods while allowing responsible development that meets housing demand. Heritage protection, community land trusts, and Indigenous-led developments are all part of this evolving conversation about the future of the city. Ultimately, the nostalgia for Old Vancouver versus the hypermodern skyline reflects the broader story of a city in transition. Vancouver's glass towers may define its global image, but its identity continues to be shaped by the memories, communities, and cultural landscapes that came before them. As cranes continue to reshape the skyline, the question remains whether Vancouver can grow into the future without losing the spirit that once made it feel like home.